Alright. Moshi Moshi. Hello, everybody. Let's jump straight back in. It's been a minute since I played Genshin. And I know it's been a long time because I think I triggered the Traveler's Return thing a few times. Forgot it. I honestly don't remember. But I haven't been really up with Genshin because of everything that's been going on. Anyway.
Hey, there's a newsstand over there! Wanna grab a copy of the Steambird?
So, when I was doing my farming, and as well as leveling up my reputation, I actually started a cutscene. So, obviously, I think it's one of the events or star character. Thankfully, it's not Paralogism, but it's just one of them.
We know our Fontanian friends love a little drama. There's no way they let their readers down. Isn't that Charlotte?
It's the event.
And standing next to her, surely that can't be Kanich?
How about... Lost treasure resurfaces at last. Behold the beauty of the Remurian teacup.
Hold up. Hang on, let me see if I can change any... No, I cannot. Hold up, this one's a gem. Illegal restaurant called serving Saurian stew proves surprisingly popular.
Pretty shocking. But it still feels like it's missing something. Ah, got it! Udex gravely wounded in shocking stabbing. Set to miss cross-border smuggling trial.
Oh my. That can't be for real. Fine, I hate to admit it, but you've won this one.
Huh? What? Did Paimon hear that right? Neuvillette was stabbed and gravely wounded?
Nuvelet's stabbed.
No, surely that can't be right. Can it?
If it is, we're all toast. I heard it from those if it isn't Arthur and Paimon. What a coincidence, Mr. Carnation and I were talking about who just a few minutes ago. Unfortunate for me, for he's a local friend. I pressed him for more juicing. Fortunately for me, he's a very local friend. I presumed him for more juicy details, but he remained tight-lipped about you. So anything you want to share with me about the great Arthur's triumphant exploits in Netland? It was a team effort. Flawless as ever. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. Let me backtrack a little. Hi, you two. It's been ages. What brings you back to Fontaine?
Hey there, you two. Fancy running into you here.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, that, and also a less than pleasant shock. What the heck was all that about a Saurian meat restaurant and the Udex getting stabbed? Please say you weren't being serious.
Oh, that. We were just trading tabloid headlines. Is that where you're talking about?
Trading tabloid headlines?
Yeah. Charlotte and I were having a little contest to see who could find the most ridiculous fake news stories. Either I got lucky, or I have a knack for honing in on the most outrageous material.
I'm sorry, you had to see such an unflattering sight of Fontaine, Mr. Knutch. These third-rate tabloids write their headlines purely to shock and scandalize. All they care about is grabbing your attention to boost their sales. The ones who still gotta show you integrity will at least clarify that the truth in the main body of the article, although the misleading headline is still an underhand trick to draw readers in. But others, like the one we were just reading aloud, have no qualms about making outright fabrication.
If I had to quantify it, I'd say about 1% of what they write is the truth.
That's plenty lenient, Dave, Miss Knitch.
Huh? Him? Lenient? Oh, you gotta be kidding! Ah!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give credit to these so-called news stories for occasionally including a grain of truth. All I'm saying is, even the wildest leaps of the human imagination are always rooted in reality.
You mean all those fake headlines you mentioned actually do have some basis in fact?
Sure they do. For instance, there was in fact a smuggling trial recently. Considering the amount of speculation surrounding the smuggled goods, It's no wonder there are rumors about restaurants serving saurian meat or teacups being unearthed from ancient ruins. But in reality, the goods in question were simply a few ancient relics dug up from ruins in Natlan. Rest assured, no saurians were harmed in the process.
And if you were wondering why the Yudex didn't preside over the trial, it's because the case was assigned to another judge right from the offset. Not as if the Paralogism Marijuana only has one judge. We can't expect Mr. Nurila to handle every single case himself. On a more interesting note, the trial in question went remarkably smoothly, and it was all thanks to Mr. Kennedy's testimony as a key witness.
Oh, okay. Paimon was so busy freaking out about those headlines that she totally forgot to ask why you're here in Fontaine, Kinich.
And so, obviously, there are several characters that aren't voiced, and it's kind of like, damn. And obviously, if I were to do the 5.6 Mondstadt quest, I have to do it in Japanese because so many characters are not voiced, and it is kind of bad. Like, very bad. Like, every single person in Mondstadt is not voiced. And the flagship event, the only person is just Charlotte, from what I've gathered. That's what I'm hoping. If it's just Charlotte, fine, but it's more than that. Oh no. There's all misunderstanding. The world's not going to end. Maybe not, but I'd be even bigger world for Mr. Kinich here. Would agree to another exclusive interview with the Steambird.
It was a pretty open and shut case, and my testimony in court was clear enough. But I'm guessing, Mademoiselle Charlotte, that you're less interested in the case than you are in trying to uncover some news stories about Natlan.
You saw right through me. Guess I'll put it out. Put it down to the keen instincts of the renowned Saurian hunter. In response to that, or
I appreciate your kind invitation, but like I said, storytelling isn't really my forte.
Kinich the speechless! Kinich the tongue-tied!
so long as Farina is voiced, I'm happy.
Huh?
If you're dead set on doing an interview, why not talk to the Traveler instead?
Back to me? Oh, of course, that's a brilliant idea. But that also means I'll need a bit more time to prep. Let me put together a thorough list of interview questions. Sounds like I'm not allowed to refuse. Well, I know I can be persistent at the end of the day. It's your call. Anyway, I should probably get back to work. I also need to track down a historian and report their increasingly outrageous tabloids. Farewell, my friends, until we meet again.
Charlotte never stops, does she? Anyway, Paimon just has to ask. That owl thing that popped out before, or was it a howl? It kind of looked like a howl, but at the same time...
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was a howl.
Huh? What's up with him? Like, he's still noisy, but he's way quieter than before. It's like he's trying to hide or something.
Maybe he was not acclimatizing very well with
Could be.
Fontaine.
Not acclimatizing? Aw, poor almighty Dragon Lord is not feeling
Too bad he can't come out to argue back.
What do you mean?
There's nothing physically wrong with him. It actually has to do with a strange law we learned about after arriving
Oh,
in
that.
Fontaine. Apparently, it's forbidden to release flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month.
I'm sure Paimon gets it even better.
Paimon sure does! Paimon's been down this road before. There's an easy solution. As long as Kanich holds onto a house tail, he'll be considered an almighty Dragon Lord balloon, not a flying almighty Dragon Lord.
Not gonna lie, I was considering that. But Ahau wasn't too thrilled with the idea of huffing and puffing away in the form of a mini helium balloon. That said, it's pretty annoying how he keeps randomly popping up all of a sudden. Anyway, this morning I saw a notice outside the Palais Mermonia about an event that's set to take place outside the city soon. Something to do with filmmaking. I hear that's all the rage here. I was planning to stay here and do some exploring for a few extra days anyway, so I think I'll go check it out. It'll be a good chance to let that noisy helium balloon out. He might even learn a thing or two. If you're free, why don't you come along?
Sure. Seeing how angry always makes my day.
I know where it is, so let me lead the way.
Alright. In the meantime, let me just do something. Because I was in the middle of doing my reputation, as I mentioned. Point.
Transfixed! There is no escape! Final warning! To ashes!
Alright. That'll be that. And now it'll be time to return back to Viva. That way so we can have focused.
Looks like I remembered correctly. Here we are.
Wow, this is awesome! Hard to believe it was just an empty beach before.
Yeah, it was still completely deserted only a few days ago when I passed by on my way to testify at the Opera House. There must be some efficient workers in Fontaine. Quite impressive.
A few days? One night was all it took. Rap-a-tap-tap, ta-da! But is this all it takes to blow people away? Oh, no, no, no. Given my past experience, I can't let myself get carried away.
There's something oddly familiar about the way you talk.
Wow, I can't believe you actually remember me. It's me, Lepine Pauline. That's right, the unlucky one.
Good to see you again. The prototype lens has come in handy, by the way. Been keeping yourself busy with the proper work lately?
Of course! How else would we have managed to build Fantasyland in a single night?
Fantasyland?
At least that's how I like to think of it myself. A magical land of fantasy, the stuff of film buffs' dreams. I know it sounds like I'm laying it on thick, but that really is the goal here. As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontainian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too.
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Ha! Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
Sorry, just ignore that little gizmoid. He likes to butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production!
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful! I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient wisdom! I lived for eons long before any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no offense.
Idiot meets idiot.
What's all the fuss? Making some new friends, are we?
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
Hello, everyone. Partner, Paimon, how have you been lately?
Ah, my trustworthy partner.
Hello there. I'm Kanich.
What about me? What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the Almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
Ahao's totally being treated like a little cuddly puppy.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's gotten up and running in the space of a single night. Honestly, thank heavens! After all that paperwork and endless waiting, the event and venue finally got the green light. I couldn't wait a moment longer. The second the approval came through, I reached out to President Navia hoping she could lend a hand. After all, who else but the Spina di Rosula would indulge such impulsive demands?
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see. I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention that's open to film enthusiasts from all over Teyvat. Miss Lapine Pauline is hosting this event and also providing technical support.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
That's right, the one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran! After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's also boosting her own popularity. And that was always the goal, a win-win arrangement.
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di Rosula, we're mainly here to take care of planning, operations, and management. For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part? It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the table.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to, say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists or the stall owners themselves. So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite none other than the celebrity chef, Miss Escoffier, to run our theme restaurant. Look over there!
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right next time, or you might as well just lie down on the chopping board yourself.
I really like her. I want to pull her.
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well, I'm sold. I think I'll make Ahau go be her assistant.
You little... What's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over here that requires your personal attention.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
First time. Let me see. I got 5 days. And plus, I'm about to get more. Most recent one I got was Layla. I want her. Not her weapon, I can get the weapon next time, but her. Not her. Because one.
Greetings. Apologies if you overheard my harsh words just now, but I assure you it is entirely necessary. The sheer lack of standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the kind of customers I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident, and then come back to collect them later bringing ammunition with them.
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in a hurry.
Oh.
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention of guns reminded me. Someone did actually leave their gun nearby.
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Oh?
Do you think a foreign tourist might have left it behind?
That's what I assumed at first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating, so the best thing I could think of was to hand it over to the authorities. I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to hand it in. Ugh, it was exhausting.
What did the authorities make of it?
Oh, they made a mountain out of a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice. Thankfully, the ever-reliable Officer Sedine stepped up and immediately called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the lock and check if there were any dangerous items inside. And, as it turned out, there was a gun.
Wow, that's a dangerous item, all right.
Mind if I ask what kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I have an interest in weaponry and the like.
Ugh, such a spoiled brat. What, are the toys I gave you not good enough for you anymore?
Yep, got sick of those long ago.
You little... Don't dare you turn your nose up at my gifts! Why I...
Time for a timeout, old-timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch.
I actually like the little animations that they're doing.
Something like this.
That's not a gun.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise!
Sketched by a professional engineer, after all.
It's nothing. Sorry. Is something wrong with my drawing? I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natlan. Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
Thanks a lot, Lepine Paulina. Lepine Paulina.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is exactly what this event needs. Oh dear, I'm starting to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I got back to work too. But just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
Seems Kinich has something to say. Let's find out. Let's find a quiet spot. You can say goodbye to Pauline.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun.
Looked ancient.
Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here, don't you think it's curious that an ancient dragon relic of unknown origin would turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks. Time is of the essence, so I'd like to head over to the Palais Mermonia to verify my suspicions.
I'll join you.
Perfect. Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first, I can wait.
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland crew?
Let's do this.
It's time, dear partner in Paimon, for us to turn our attention to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland. As I mentioned, the park was started up by enthusiasts who brought in the Spina di Rosula to handle the planning, construction, and operations. Of course, enthusiasts aren't typically all-around experts. They usually stick to designing the event booths. We, for our part, handle long-term operations and develop standardized strategy guides for the different activities.
Long-term operations? Strategy? It all sounds so complicated. We spend most of our time adventuring, and we barely have any experience running a stall. Do you think we can handle this?
Not every big boss went to business school, you know.
That's more like it. You've seen it all before, haven't you, partner? I'd even go as far as to say you've shaped some of Tevat's biggest business ventures. Anyway, first things first. Let's get an overview of how the whole festival's gonna be run.
Oh, I
As
love
you
this.
can see, our Fantasyland's a bit like a sugar-free macaron right now. Several areas are still under construction. The Spina's only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. Besides, we don't have enough experience to handle multiple projects simultaneously. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method, so we can focus on specific tasks during each designated period. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. All of this requires funds and time slots to accomplish. So, it's our job to allocate precious time slots in each business cycle to the most worthwhile tasks. As we attract more guests and earn money to add to our funds, we'll also be able to work more efficiently, which will allow us to divide each cycle into finer time slots, which will let us get more done.
So we'll be limited in the decisions we can make and tasks we can focus on with it, which means we have to use our limited actions and Mora to earn even more Mora. Kinda like playing chess or cards then. Cooking up a strategy in advance is gonna be key. Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, Traveler?
Sounds right up my alley.
Yep. Come on, we can do this. You mentioned standardized strategy guides just now. Does that mean there are non-standard ways to take part too?
Of course. Film and entertainment mean different things to different people. And there's gonna be a wide range of exciting activities for people to try out. If we're not careful, some visitors might wander off and end up getting in trouble. And others might pick up dangerous props by mistake. To avoid confusion, we need to create a standardized strategy guide for each activity. Just think of it like a walkthrough.
I see, you want me to be your test player.
Wow, if we're the first ones to test out the activities, who knows what surprises there could be waiting for us? But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely on our skills to carry us through.
Hopefully it goes without saying that I'd never put you in danger, partner. I carefully checked all the existing activities before you arrived, and I can assure you that they're all perfectly safe. I also
they all
wanted
say.
you to experience the activities before anyone else gets to. It'll be fun. Plus, we'd like to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
Oh, those are two things Navia is best at! Making people feel safe and having fun!
Great! Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. Your input is super important to us. All right then, let's start with Eclectic Escapades and put our first guide together.
Yeah, I remember this. Because, like, Fontaine, most of the stuff is all about swimming. So you have to just remember, the, like, most of the mechanics. Like, if you remember how to swim, then you'll be fine. Reno is definitely.
Both of you seem even more excited than before. Looks like your first trial run didn't disappoint.
The challenge format is too easy to get into, and it ties in perfectly with the film theme.
Paimon hasn't actually watched that many films, but after trying it out, she might just be hooked! We should check out the film that it's based on!
Great job, Paimon. That's exactly what our enthusiast friends were hoping you'd say. They'd be beyond delighted to hear that visitors are curious about the films that inspired these attractions. Some have even been willing to contribute extra funds out of their own pockets. Where budgets have allowed, of course.
Out of their own pockets?
That's right. While the Spina di Rosula covers the cost of basic booth materials and rental fees, many fans have personally funded promotional materials and related merchandise. The cost of the booth itself isn't their main expense. Some of them have already started designing spin-off products inspired by film characters. Take our official mascot, Surintendant Chevalmoran, for instance. She won second place in the last most popular character poll for the comic film category, and was even dubbed the pinnacle of round, bouncy cuteness. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image, using the highest quality fabrics and hiring the most skilled artisans to mass produce them. These cushions will officially go on sale at the next convention alongside lots of similar products.
Shouldn't Farina be getting a sizable cut?
Don't worry. As Surintendant Chevalmoran's guardian and official image rights agent, Farina's already getting 60% of the sales revenue. After all, the fans are doing this voluntarily, not for profit, but to promote Surintendant Chevalmoran's adorable image. The more Mora ends up in Farina's purse, the better Surintendant Chevalmoran's meals will be. And who wouldn't be happy to hear that?
Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that. Everyone working hard for something they all love without worrying about profit.
Still, we can't just ignore Mora completely. Whether it's fan creations or official commercial projects, some level of financial balance is still necessary. The same logic applies to the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland taken as a whole. Once we finish the standardized strategy guides, our attractions can officially be open to the public. But we can't take personal charge of the ticketing process. There's plenty of work to do at the various booths, and the park itself is a work in progress. We'll need to assign dedicated employees to maintain and manage each attraction. There's a recruitment section on the park's bulletin board. We've received many applications, and each candidate has their strengths. Our job is to match the best candidates to each attraction based on their overall performance. Once assigned, the staff will keep the attractions running, ensuring a continuous revenue stream.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That's definitely a first for us.
I'll make an awesome boss.
Just don't hold everyone up to your own standards, okay? You can't expect everyone else to be as capable as you. All right, time to review some resumes. Fingers crossed we'll get some exceptional candidates.
For a second, I thought I saw Trubin.
The fresh vegetables from the new batch are exceptional quality. I just wish I could say the same about the new staff.
There we go.
When reviewing resumes, pay attention to each applicant's area of expertise.
Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
Wishing them success on their job. I'll be monitoring their attendance closely.
You're both doing great. You sound more like bosses than I do. In any case, with this, the Chevalmoran Film Fantasyland is now officially open. Running a theme park is a long-term project. You won't make much if you try and rush it. We're just about done with our current work setup, so let's take a short break and wait for this cycle's revenue report to come in. Well, the numbers might not look that impressive, but given that we're just getting the ball rolling, I'd say that wasn't a bad start. Building on this momentum, we must consider rolling out more unique business strategies during the next cycle. To draw in the crowds, I've invited one of Fontaine's very own celebrity chefs, my good friend Escoffier. She'll be performing right here in the amusement park's restaurant. On that note, let's go catch up with her.
So, is the restaurant part of our business strategy too? There are so many layers to this operation.
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location will make for a unique dining experience. The beautiful scenic reflections in the water create a stunning backdrop, lifting diners' spirits and allowing them to truly savor their meals. Ingredients, check. Cooking utensils, check. Looks like we're ready to rumble.
Hey there, Escoffier!
Oh, my employers are here. The president of the Spina di Rasula, plus the famous traveler and Paimon. I must say, you seem a bit overqualified to be running a film-themed amusement park.
I'd say that if anyone here was overqualified, it would be the former head chef of the Hotel de Boer. Wherever you walk, the aroma of fine cuisine follows in your wake.
Let's get back to business. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide the theme dish for each cycle, right?
English?
This is the business strategy I mentioned earlier. Using Escoffier's top-tier dishes to attract more visitors to the park. But this isn't just about attracting visitors. Her culinary masterpieces will surely have other surprising effects. Just imagine, Paimon, if all you needed was a single ticket to enjoy all the attractions and taste all the legendary food. Wouldn't you be tempted?
Then Paimon come every single day.
Do you have annual passes?
Now, here's the twist. To get the most out of this strategy, the menu can't be made public. Based on research by a certain food branding consultant, many restaurants have started offering a special chef surprise dish. So give me some inspiration every few business cycles, and I'll decide on our next theme dish. Now then, give me your hand.
I have no idea what what inspiration can be physically transferred.
A warm and energetic feel. Your hands are calloused from wielding your sword, but still quite delicate. When you grasp its hilt, it's like you're holding the bow of a violin. A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find out what strength looks like in gastronomical form. I've refined the sauce for these barbecue ribs. It's a richer flavor than the classic version, but not at all greasy. The mint extract in the seasoning leaves a refreshing aftertaste, perfect for indulging yourself after a fun-filled day. But if you ask me, I'd say the artisans need these more than the guests.
The artisans?
As I'm sure you've noticed, this park isn't quite finished. A serving of these barbecue ribs should help the artisans replenish their strength much more quickly. As their bosses, you have an obligation to provide meals for them. So why not invite them to dine here? Who knows, the morale boost might even improve their productivity.
Oh, if I recall correctly, you once served up some special fish and chips for the porters over at the Fleuve Centre. For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work in just 5. And then, because they clocked out early, they'd come back completely refreshed the next day.
Then there's no time to lose. Go invite the artisans over while these ribs are still hot.
That's a great idea! You really live up to your reputation, Escoffier. Looks like these themed dishes are gonna make a huge difference after all. We'll have to make sure we check in with you regularly. The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
That unique aroma. All right then, I'll just go with the flow.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take this chance to take the facilities of our eclectic escapades to the next level. Now that everything's...
We should be able to attract more customers by upgrading the stall, don't...
That's right. Based on my business experience with the Spina di Rosula, I've quantified the service value to help you intuitively understand how satisfied customers are with each stall. An attraction will reach its ideal revenue only when its service value meets customer expectations. As we improve and expand our facilities, expectations will also increase accordingly. When that happens, we can deploy more capable employees. Whew. That should be everything. Looks like you've pretty much mastered.
Huh? Have we really? Thinking about it, we have learned quite a lot, haven't we?
When they're done with
Oh,
their
not at
medicines.
all. I wouldn't say I taught you much. Your intuition's been guiding the way mostly. I imagine long-term operations sounded like a scary prospect the first time I mentioned it, huh? But don't let that scare you. Just break things down into smaller steps and tackle them one at a time. Even if you're not a genius or naturally gifted, you'll get it done in the end.
Whoa, seeing your own progress has really got Paimon fired up! Actually, she's gonna jot your words of encouragement right down. From here on out, we'll be running the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland together. Let's make it a big success!
We've gone over budget in quite a few areas. But, whatever. The results are what count.
Oh my god.
We've gone over budget in quite...
Hmm. Okay. Thought I can make that jump.
You've got this park off to a great start, partner. I can't wait to see how it'll all turn out. How exciting!
Yes, sir. Alright, it's just I couldn't hire anybody yet. Badly. Let me get some stuff.
That unique aroma. All right then, I'll just...
Money. Okay. This is a very fun event. Just I have to do upgrades next cycle. Okay. One more. Oh. Oh. Come on. Damn it. Alright. I am redoing that one because I've been missing so many coins. We are redoing that one. Only two this time. Biggie jump. Wrong button. got the the newest boat. Okay. Hmm. Finally, I've reached a goal. Need. Go check. Okay. Movie master. Oof. What do you, Ellie? Okay. Now we can start upgrading facility.
We've gone over budget.
I saw how I wish you luck. Do you have enough to guarantee Cypher, or are we like... Or are we going for like the soft guarantee? Yeah, that's what I thought. Uh. If you lose like your 50-50, I'm allowed to ask for help. Yes. Yes. I'm not saying it lightly, yes. Oh yeah, you're screwed. Like there's no sugarcoating it. Everyone is gonna hurt this patch. Reach what? Mellow manner. They each have like their own little encounters. This event is big. Yep, and that's okay. I actually really do love this event. Like, I haven't done the story. I'm not doing the story just yet, because I want to do everything with this first. But I like it. I like this. Like, and it's not really repeating. That's a funny thing. Like, previous events, like, there's a lot of repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And that's when I just left all of the previous stages to, like, I was doing myself. This one, no. There is none of that. They all seem unique in some way. Yeah. Yeah. That'd probably be it. And I just heard the new Kenichi voice, and I actually like it. Like, I think I still have audio from the original Kenichi voice in, like, archived footage somewhere in my channel. But yeah, you know, you can actually hear the difference. Someone please tell me. I would literally not believe you if you did not tell me. Sorry, I would not believe you if you told me Farina was involved in this in all of these entire events. Like, the entire construction of it. Like, if you told me that she wasn't, I would call you a liar. She has to be involved. So much. And I know she's already involved in the fucking movie thing. Part, come on. Oh, that's right.
That unique aroma. All right then, I'll...
There she is. Chishwin is not voiced.
Hey, Siegeween! Welcome to the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland!
You sure you have your finger on the pulse? Or has the park really become that famous? Chishwin is not voiced. Damn it. Both, actually. Navi told me about the plans of the Beauty Association last meetup, so I've been looking forward to it since. But it's become so popular now that everyone's talking about it. Even down in the Fortress Mermaid, many of our staff members are actually hoping to take time off to visit.
Oh, your encouragement leaves Paimon feeling even more motivated than ever!
Curious what your favorite genres are. Well, I guess I prefer animated films, you know, the light-hearted and funny type. For example, there's a group of creators who come up with these magical stories about cute little animals. I watched every last one of the films. Funny enough, it just so happens that according to our new regulations, well-behaved inmates are now allowed to spend their credit coupons on watching films up to 3 times a week. I run a projector in my free time, since we don't have a dedicated staff member yet. So I decided to show them films. Like my neighbor fucker. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I also my neighbor talked to our reference indeed. I also started showing them a famous series called Tom and Jerry. It's super long with hundreds of episodes, but it never gets old. Oh my god, it's the Thomases and Jerrys. It's the cat and mouse. A bunch of hardened criminals watching films about cute little animals. I find it quite hard to imagine.
But now they've got films to watch! Even the ones who used to cause trouble might settle down a bit, right? We have our very own animal-themed area, by the way. We call it Mellow Manor. Customers are calling it the most relaxing place in the park.
Oh, I've been there already. I wasn't expecting it to be so fun. There were all kinds of animals living together, ones I'd never even imagined. I almost felt like I stepped into a film, a zoopolis. If you got the time, why don't you come back every day? Want to enjoy yourself there and earn some more on the side?
Oh, you mean we could invite Siegeween to be a consultant at Mellow Manor? Now that you mention it, that sounds like a great idea! Siegeween's great at caring for people, and she's so warm and gentle. Looking after animals should be a piece of cake!
A consultant.
Yeah, like someone who gives advice and tells the park staff how to do their jobs better. The workload won't be too heavy, but it's important work. Besides, you'll mostly be playing with the animals.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Sign me up. As it happens, things aren't that busy in the fortress right now. Had I known you were recruiting for this position earlier, I might have even applied myself. But before I start, I'll have to make an arrangement with the medical team in my absence, borrow some related books from my doctor friends, and last but not least, prepare gifts for the animals. If it's not too inconvenient for you, why don't we meet up again at the American Station sometime soon? It's Selden.
With Siegeween on board, Mellow Manor's gonna be even better than before! Paimon has a feeling our revenue's gonna shoot through the roof!
Because... New Verlet will make sure everybody behaves when Shujun is nearby. Best movie ever, in my opinion. The timeless classic. You will not consume any action points to unlock the next remake. Yep. Ah, the next one. Okay. Please be voiced. Please be voiced.
Whoa, is that our hero, the Traveler? And Paimon, too! Oh, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Mrs. Coiffier already told me you were the big boss here. But when I saw you just now, I forgot myself for a moment.
Me, the big boss, for real now? I'm just an operational staff member.
Tactically speaking, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland doesn't even have a boss, does it? Isn't it the idea that everyone works together to make it as successful as possible, and then we all share the profits?
Agreed.
But, wait a sec. Why are you here, Veressa?
Well, officially, I'm here to promote my brand. Not long ago, Mrs. Coiffier placed an order with me for her restaurant, as she often does.
I really should
In
have
her
voiced
letter,
that
she mentioned that showcasing my orchard's products at the festival would boost sales and help build my brand recognition. After talking it through with my parents, I decided to give it a shot. Now that I'm done with the restaurant's ingredient order, I plan to sell the rest of my fruit directly to guests to help quench their thirst, of course.
The thought of enjoying fresh fruit from Natland here in Fontaine does sound pretty appealing. But with this many customers, wouldn't it be exhausting to watch the stall all day?
Huh? Am I supposed to be watching the stall the whole time? There's an attraction over there called Movie Masterpieces, right? I heard some of the challenges are based on famous films. Some of those films have even been adapted into great comics. I'd love to go give it a try.
So, you're not doing any business at all?
Back in the Collective of Plenty, I'd just set up a sign with the fruit prices, place a weighing scale and a coin jar to one side, then let people pay on their own. When closing time came around, I'd wake up and check the accounts. Not a single Mora's ever gone missing.
You've got a lot of trust in
To
people.
be fair, that does sound nice. People in the Collective of Plenty are a law-abiding bunch. No one would even think about taking something without paying. Makes sense that tending your stall wouldn't take too much effort. Fontainian customers are no doubt trustworthy too, but let's just say they're not used to self-service shopping. Plus, if you just leave the stall unattended as a Natlanese merchant, people here might think you're gone for good.
In that case, I'd better start acting the part. But I'll need to buy some things in the city before I officially open for business. I promised to bring back some Fontainian clockwork mecha for Kochi-an-san. Oh, and I also wanted to try a few rounds of movie masterpieces. After that, I should be able to focus on my business without getting distracted.
We'll go with you. We're a talented pair of shoppers.
We might not be locals, but we've explored Fontaine quite a bit. We know our way around pretty well.
In that case, give me a moment to get some extra fruit, a price list, and my coin jar set up. I get to go shopping with the Traveler! Nice.
Here's a bundle, Jerry. Alright, let's see. Masterpiece. Don't want to upgrade this yet. Or this. Let's see. Oh. 8 to 6. Or whatever. Let's not forget our original. And then wait, this one. That. Yeah, that'd be it. Okay. Let's do this one. Let's expand this. Right, it's the mouse. Why is my buttons not working? Well, I finished Siegeween and Verusa's thing first. Plus, they're the only two I have unlocked anyway. You're here. I prepared two boxes of books about animals. We should find the solution to health issues that might have right away. That's reassuring. We should be able to find a solution to any health issue they might have right away. Try reading that in the middle of like work.
Forget health issues. Paimon wouldn't be surprised if she could actually chat with the animals once she's done reading.
Oh, wait, head nurse, please don't go. Phew, boy, am I glad I caught up with you. One of the inmates has become obsessed with those magical mouse munchies from the animated films you've been showing them, and tried making some himself with 3 days' worth of welfare meals. He ended up giving himself food poisoning, with symptoms we've never even seen before. Please, we need your help.
We warned them not to take those films too seriously. But you've chased me all this way, things must be too serious. Must be seriously. I'm really sorry, I have to ask you to help me take my luggage to the amusement park for now. Before you arrived, I was thinking through some emergencies that might occur with the animals. I even started putting some suggestions together. You can have them, give them to their staff at the Mellow Manor in advance. They should come in handy soon. No rush, we'll be waiting for you. Your patient's health is a top priority.
Siegeween sure has it tough. Not only does she have to worry about taking care of her patients, she also has to clean up after those troublemakers.
Fine. Magical mouse munching. That has to be a reference to something. It has to be a reference.
Why don't we prepare something tasty for her? might help lift her spirits.
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Now, because I completed one... I'm sorry, what? No, see, this is fine, and then I see this. I'm sorry, what? I just breezed, and then I was like, I see this. Okay. Let's stop, sorry. Friendly encounter, and because I completed one of them, confirm. Hang on, I'm going the wrong way. There you go.
Hello, boss. I'm from the Collective of Plenty. You might recall receiving a letter from us requesting you to design some components.
Wait a sec. Why does Ian-san need clockwork mecha?
Whip the lazy trainees into shape.
Nothing like that. Our coach just wants to fine-tune her gym equipment so people can target different muscle groups more easily. She mentioned something about a rowing machine to focus on back muscles, as well as a pec deck and a leg press machine. The parts that connect the ropes and weight plates wear out easily, but they need to be strong. So
Yeah.
Coach Ian-san thought she'd give Fontanian Clockwork Mecha a try.
It all sounds so technical. When did fitness turn into some kind of complex engineering problem?
It was always like that.
To be honest, I don't really get all the details either, but if it works out, I'll be sure to train according to her revised method. And if it doesn't, we can always stick to the good old methods. If you're interested, I can show you a few beginner exercises the next time you drop by our tribe. You'll be able to smash the records without even breaking a sweat. I know it.
Sure thing, time to flex those guns.
Paimon will pass on that one. She'll be rooting for you from the sidelines, though.
You can always try the equipment we keep for little Saurians, Paimon. As long as you start out with the super lightweights, you'll be fine. Weight training's for everyone, you know. As long as you put in the effort and keep it, anyone can develop rock-solid muscles.
No!
Since I'm chatting with fitness with you very soon.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
You'll probably see the fall of Conria. Alright, team restaurant. Let's upgrade you. About there. to expand it. Okay. I messed them up. I'm guessing I have to stay flying for some time. No, there's a wayfinder right here. How did I not notice that? You were probably saying, look farther ahead. And you were like, no, I just did not notice this. To be fair, it's been a real minute since I actually used the Wayfarer. Some time. I'll just hire you because yes. Why are we paying? Why are we paying the Polar Beast?
Something you wish to report? Go on. You have my undivided attention.
Oh, we'll be hitting the millions now. Please be voiced. You're not voiced. Detecting the arrival of two. Nothing. Detecting the arrival of two Moses friends. Activating chat mode. Hello, Arthur and Paimon. Hello, Nanette. Yes, the director who invited us to come here and unwind just as well. It's an opportunity to recharge.
Us? Wait, but Paimon hasn't seen Lenny anywhere.
Oh, that's his fault. We've been working with the director a lot lately, so my brother took it upon himself to familiarize with their style and ended up watching all their films.
All of them? That's some serious dedication right there.
The issue is the director is famous for psychological horror films. Then he got so into the plot twist that he ended up that he didn't sleep properly for 3 days. Right, ended up completely messing up his sleep cycle.
Paimon had no idea Lenny was so into horror films.
He tends to get very absorbed in his magic show, so he probably finds it easy to relate to the characters. The director uses psychological suggestion is quite similar to how we use it on our shows, after all. My brother's still over at the actor's residence. If I had to guess, he's either catching up on sleep or analyzing those films. So that's why I'm out here recharging myself.
Well, that's a side of Lenny we've never seen before.
Now I'm curious about these plot twists myself. Which scenes is Lenny's focusing on in particular?
Don't even think about roping Paimon into this!
Me neither. I don't like jump scares or stories that give you chills afterwards. And films be relaxing, sometimes with beautiful visuals or at least a simple plot that doesn't require too much thinking.
Sounds like eclectic escapades would be more to your liking then. Want to give it a try?
I don't. Wow. Thank you. I've actually done already. I like that. But maybe watching others would be even more entertaining. I get you. The prices look at people's faces as they plummet.
Is that really that entertaining? Still, if you're interested in the attraction, why not become a consultant? That way you'd get to see more of the visitors' reactions too!
That doesn't sound like a bad idea, and as it happens, I have a few days off before filming starts. But first I need to help Lee pull himself together. I noticed an attraction nearby called Mellow Manor. That looks really relaxing. Sounds like just what my brother needs to take his mind off those horror films. Plus some magic required animal assistance. There'll be a chance for me to learn more about their habits. Seeing as we're the hosts, why don't you go invite Linny and
Great
Kristen
idea! If we can get Linny on board, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland will be even more popular than it already is!
Alrighty. Let's finish this one. Ah, there you are. Problem solved, at least. Sorry about that, Arthur and Paimon. The patient's condition was a bit tricky, so it took a while to deal with. You must be exhausted. Here, have a drink. We made you some fruit tea.
And here's a special snack, too! Hope it gets your strength back up!
Oh, thank you. To be honest, though, things like this don't really tire me out. It's more that I just can't wrap my head around it. At the start of every children's film, they clearly state all events and products in the film are purely fictional. Please do not try to imitate them. And yet, fully grown adults end up doing just that.
Is it because they aren't paying any attention when they're watching? Or is it some rebellious mentality? Whatever you tell me not to do, I'll do it just to prove you wrong type of thing?
Not much we can do if they don't read the warnings at all. They deliberately ignored them, that's another thing together. Maybe this is starting to get a bit too deep. If I get a chance, I'll speak to His Grace, Monsieur Neuville, to see if we can think of a way to prevent such issues. For now, let's focus on Mellow Manor instead. I might feel late, but I'm here now. Consumer themed in Emerald Camp. Here in this one. Oh. Now. Here. We'll do this one. This. There's Linny's. Go here. Yeah, might as well. Okay. In the board. We grab that one. And then let's upgrade this a few times. And let's finish yours. Oh, there she is.
All right, time to show off how fast I can run. I'm gonna go have a blast, then come back, calm down, and focus on running my fruit stall.
Don't forget to grab some water and some snacks to keep your energy.
That's right. Last thing you'd want is to get too absorbed in having fun, then suddenly realize you're starving because you haven't eaten anything for hours. Funnily enough, Paimon can think of someone else with a bad habit of getting so into things that they forget to eat. No matter how busy you are, nothing's more important than staying well-fed, hydrated, and healthy.
Oh, I wonder who that is. They need to fix that habit, that's for sure.
No need to worry about me, guys. I do a lot of long-distance running, so I always make sure to bring some food and water with me. This time is no exception.
was amazing! Not only did I get a super high score, but I also checked up on every homage to the original films, and even recreated several iconic scenes starring comic book superheroes. I'll focus on doing business this time round, but if there's ever another event like this, please let me know as early as possible. I want in!
It's a deal, superhero. Specialissimo.
Yep. You know what? We should let you design the levels. Paimon's sure all the fans will be thrilled.
That would be great. Anyway, back to business. Time to focus on my fruit stall. I'm gonna make a name for my orchard in Fontaine.
Oh wow. I just need one more. There. It is the queen herself. Finally. Finally. Lenny, I'm back. Dribble Film Festival and it's so much fun and there are loads of cute little animals. Come on, take a break from those horror films already.
Delighted to hear that you've been enjoying yourself, but I need to concentrate on this film for now. Those animal assistants will have to wait. I just need a little more sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I keep thinking of new tricks. So tired. Can't sleep, but can't get up either.
Then why don't you come out and have a walk? There'll be cute animals to play with.
That's right, Lenny. A change of pace should stop your mind from wandering.
Wait, Traveler? Paimon? You two are here as well?
Yeah, so hurry up. They're the managers of the park, and I'm about to become a consultant for one of their attractions, too.
In that case, count me in. Not just for my own sake, of course, but to support my friends. Just give me a moment to freshen up.
If there's one person Lydia can't say no to, it's you, Arthur. You're in a league all of your own. That goes without saying. That's my style. Not exactly how long my brother meant by a moment, so why don't we meet back up at the venue?
Sounds good! Getting Lenny to cheer up and visit the amusement park's surely our greatest success yet!
Um... Yeah, let's start it. That way, so we can actually do this and end both of them almost at the same time. Word up. Ah. And of course, Thea is not voiced. What coincidence running into you guys here.
Dia? Paimon didn't expect to see you here either!
Here to see the sights, or are you on a job? As it turns out, both. A while back, myself and other members of the Blazing Beasts were invited. Oh. Were invited over to star an adventure film here in Fontaine. The film was pretty well received, so as soon as the director heard about this event, we were invited here as guests. To satisfy the audience, the director took pains to recreate the set from the film.
Guess that's not scenery most Fontainians see every day, huh?
Did you appear in the film there? I'd love to see the scenes you starred in. Unfortunately, I got a little too into one of the action scenes, accidentally wrecked half a set, and got the boot. I ended up just doing odd jobs instead.
Wait, aren't fight scenes supposed to be as realistic as possible? Surely the more punches that land, the better.
Well, the production team didn't have much of a budget, so if they shot a few more takes, the set collapsed again, they would have gone bust. Plus, even the toughest fighters we had in the crew, Uncle Scimitar, couldn't last more than a few moves against me. And what was his role in the film? Hopefully not just to get punched in submission by you. Actually, no. He was playing one of the key villains and was supposed to perform a grand sword dance in front of the protagonist. If things had gone how they were meant to, it would have been an amazing fight scene. But the lead actor, exhausted from all day's work, was so hungry and in a rush to wrap the scene. In a rush to wrap the scene that he improvised and pretended to shoot him with a gun instead. I knew exactly what they were referencing from the very first sentence. Yep. Best reference. So the thing is that the actual reason in why Harrison Ford did that that iconic scene in Indiana Jones, like it was actually supposed to be a full-on fleshed out fight. But I think at that day he was feeling very sick because he ate something on set and he was just not feeling it when they recorded it. So he just pulled out the gun and shot and pretended to shoot the guy. So that's why. And it worked. They left it in. Like when I read that, it was like, that is funny and I love it. After thinking it over, the director decided to keep the scene, and to our surprise, the audience loved it. It even turned Uncle Seymour into a bit of a star. I thought I'd seen that guy somewhere else before. Pretty sure I've done something similar before myself. In a little while, he's going to be very busy signing autographs for fans. Something I should be helping out with, actually. But now that I'm running into you guys, how about this? I give you them heads up and get them to cover for me, and then we go out to a drink or two.
You sure that's okay?
We're old friends, so why not? Running into you and Paimon here in the foreign land is the best surprise I've had today. I heard about the bar called the Rusty Rudder, along with a coast to the southeast. I'll see you there. Let's next cycle. Yeah, I'll be 1 sec. And there's no. Okay. We'll go with the next cycle. Dang it. Here we are. each time you spend funds, you'll receive 20% guaranteed. First time you expand any attraction this cycle, you reduce the cost. Yes, please. First things first, let's expand you. Go expand. I feel like a lot of these levels are references to movies. I just don't know which one is which. This one has to be Mission Impossible. Of course. Okay. Should move fast forward then. That's fine. Let's do this one.
Thanks for inviting me to come down, you two. I must say, I feel like a new man after visiting the park and seeing all those adorable animals. Seems like Lynette has her eye on some great potential animal assistants, too.
Experiment often works with all lower beasts, so I think they make a good fit. Father has spoken of how obedient and well-behaved squirrels are, so they're a great choice.
Oh, and did you see those weird mushrooms? Can we take home a few of those as well?
No one touches my Fuck, what did I call him? It was something hit. Forgot, but no one touches my shrooms. No one touches my mushrooms.
That might not be possible. These fungi have been specially trained, you know? They're like the stunt actors of the elemental world.
If you're after soft and squishy, there are other options. A nice fluffy cat will fit the bill too. Okay then, I'll wait for you two to bring us the little kitty.
Are you sure about that? Paimon's pretty sure we've never seen a cat anywhere near as big and as soft as a fungus.
I know what I said.
I feel so much better after seeing those animals. They're all so carefree. The other two attractions were great too. In fact, they've given me a new idea. An interactive magic show with a moving stage. We'll start working on it as soon as we've finished filming.
That isn't. I think that's an actual thing. One little cuties, time for yummies in those tummies. They are all such sweethearts, aren't you? Happy, healthy, and getting on like best friends. Let's do... I can make this all better. I'll be one off. Need that one that just says, don't worry about spending for the few of them. There we are. Did I not unlock that one? Seriously? Ouch. Here you are. I took the liberty of ordering you a Misty Sunrise, basically apple fruit juice that flavored with Romanian flour and Nilotal Pale Lotus extracts. For Paimon, I picked Cloud's Drop Slumbers, a special blend of milk and single origin Yuana tea, topped with human sugar.
Ah, they both sound delicious. But how come you seem so familiar with this bar when it's your first time here? Paimon's never even heard of the drinks you ordered us.
You never have thought of ordering drinks like these. Well, part of the job being a merc means adapting to new environments. You get used to dealing with the unknown. Taverns in different parts of the past are all unique customs, sure, but pick up some tricks when it comes to chatting with bartenders. Honestly, having a stable job might bring you a sense of structure and security, but it sure gets boring over time. Never a dull moment when I'm with you guys, though. There are always something unexpected to keep me on my toes. I could think we're pretty down to earth. Anything exciting lately? I'm all ears.
Where do we begin? Literally everything that's happened has been pretty incredible, if you think about it.
Well, the jobs you've taken are no joke. If a merc was to price them, any would be worth what some merchants make in 6 months. Which remind me, have you ever thought about part-timing as a hired sword? Every now and then, the Blazing Beads receive commissions from some really far-flung places. If you guys are on board, we wouldn't need to cut deals with outsiders.
Huh? So we could become mercs too?
Sounds like a pretty cool title. Well, who's to say you can't be both? You're an honorary knight of Mondstadt, right? As far as I see, every new title is an opportunity. Put foot in the door wherever you go. Besides, with your skills, who dares to push tasks on you? If it suits you, take it. If it not, just turn it down. You be the ones calling the shots.
That actually makes a lot of sense. When you think about it, it's not all that different from adventure commissions.
I'm actually surprised we've never gotten a mercenaries mechanic. I'm actually surprised that never came up.
Who knows? Maybe we'll find jobs where we can help a lot of people while also bringing in a nice chunk of Mora. Wouldn't hurt to build connections with Dia's Aramite friends either, would it?
Sure, we can try it out. Partners of the Blazing Beast. I like the sound of that. Awesome, in that case, I'll have a word with my guys and gals. When I get back, I'll try to get you first dibs on the best and most lucrative jobs. We'll need to figure out which area we'll be assigning your commissions for, but I'll talk that over with the others. we'll do this one. Is that way? One. Oh, there she is. Arthur, Parma, good news. I spoke with my crew. All the blazing beasts are fully on board with the idea. Any commissions we receive for the region west of Apos Deserts, north of the desert of Dramaf, east of Ardravi Valley, and south of the Ashen Realm are yours. We haven't had many lately, but in the past, we're usually gotten few good ones every year. It's insane, but are the risks. The type of work normally calls for a team of heavily armored mercs. But this one should be right for you. If it were any easier, you might not even break a sweat. That's perfect.
You're so quick, Dia! Everyone agreed just like that! Guess that means we're now official partners of the Blazing Beast! Hooah! Watch out, world! There's a couple of new mercs on the scene! Maybe Paimon should give herself a proper mercenary name.
When we're working on other nations, don't forget to give the Blazing Beast a little plug now and then. Where we protect, we prosper. Yeah, I'll send a letter to the Adventurers Guild in various places when a job comes up. Make sure you check your mail.
It's a deal!
I wonder if that is an actual thing.
Staring into my
It's her.
eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Why, hello there, traveler, Paimon. I sensed your enthusiasm from a mile off. You were so bright, I could have taken you for an opera singer in full falsetto.
Farina, you're finally here!
Ah, our star has arrived, and now the moment we've only been waiting for.
Thank you, thank you. I am just as thrilled to be here as you are to have me. More seriously, I'm not the star this time. That's you two, alongside all the creators sharing their passion for film with the world. Honestly, when I was first asked to approve the plans, I thought this would just be a small event. I never imagined that the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland would expand to this scale so quickly.
Yeah, thinking back to when we first arrived, it really has all come together in no time.
At this rate, who knows? Someday it could become as iconic as the Fontanalia Film Festival itself.
I actually missed that.
And we
You're
have
right.
the two of you to credit for much of that. I've suggested to several renowned directors that we award you the title Pioneers of the Film Industry. In contrast to the Farina Award, which is more of a public honor, this title is a mark of true recognition from within the industry itself, a reflection of both outstanding achievement and hard work.
Seriously? Even Spider-Man? With great recognition comes even greater responsibility.
Wow, even you're getting serious now.
Come now, no need for any of that. Just relax and enjoy the moment. Speaking of which, I've actually been preparing a little survey. How about we randomly select some visitors to give us feedback about the park?
Did Paimon hear that right? Farina carrying out a customer satisfaction survey?
Well, given that it bears the name of my dear friend Surintendant Cheval Moran, isn't it only natural that I conduct a bit of research on her behalf? Besides, the more famous a star becomes, the more important it is to stay in touch with reality, no? Plus, it's amazing how much you learn just by listening to other people's take on films.
Paimon always assumed celebrities just get their assistants to handle everything for them. But it sounds like it's actually pretty hard work. Then again, maybe Farina's just an outlier.
Nice. We got all the points. Alright, where are you going? Oh, the build first. These restaurant guests' face as they zoomed around. I hope they inspire similar reactions in our future audience too. Okay. One. Oh, we're here. I know something in here. That was actually a perfect run.
There we are, all set to go. Now, let's take a stroll nearby and randomly pick out some visitors to ask a few key questions.
These suggestions are surprisingly detailed. Choosing film prototypes, recreating the scene cutting process, budget management for costumes, makeup, and set design? Oh, Paimon's head is spinning. Why is everyone so professional? Also, nearly every single person we spoke to said they wanted to see Lady Farina perform. Your popularity is off the charts!
I have said the exact same thing.
To tell you the truth, I've no plans to perform this time around. Any star worth their salt knows their role. When I take center stage, all the spotlights are on me, and rightly so. But as a guest, I should step back and let others shine. So instead of performing myself, I'd prefer to support you from behind the scenes. Perhaps as a consultant for one of your attractions, for instance?
Now that you mention it, we've got a perfect role lined up.
Hey, that's right! Movie Masterpieces is all about film expertise. There really would be no better candidate than you!
Oh, wonderful! Then I shall give this role my very heart and soul. Once I've had a moment to prepare, we can meet up for a slice of gâteau from my pâtissière suprême before we get started.
There's a Farina stage on here. This is a Farina stage. Wait, I can grab another one?
Simply exquisite. As amazing as ever. Escoffier, have you ever considered starring in your own film? I can see it now. Val's en cuisine. A riveting tale about the art of extreme cooking. I'm sure it would be a hit.
As it happens, I'm already doing something similar. A brand consultant has been filming my training sessions with students and incorporating them into films about Fontainian cuisine.
Oh, no. No. A documentary won't do. I'm talking about something with a bit more drama. Your experiences as a chef could be turned into a scintillating story. In fact, I'll even write it myself.
Before you finalize it, Please, let me review the culinary terms, especially when it comes to how ingredients are handled. The timings and the quantities.
Great! It's settled then. And actually, I think I'd like to bring in the Traveler and Paimon as directors. Something tells me that the three of you working together would really get the creative sparks flying. We could create something truly magical here.
No problem. That said, now that we've been granted Director Farina's approval, we'll really have to step up our game.
Director Farina, show us the way. We are rookies. We'll give it our all.
Excellent. I believe in you both.
What are they doing?
The gâteau was sublime as ever, Escoffier. Now, about time we got to work. I'll start drafting the script on the side, while serving as the consultant for movie masterpieces. Wish me luck! A truly great adaptation must capture a film's core themes and seek to convey the inspiration that lies behind them. The three attractions are certainly all up to par, and I trust that you'll be able to make them better still. To enhance our film's aesthetic, I'd recommend a few classics for you to familiarize yourself with. Or, if you have the time, maybe we could watch them together?
It's another one. Granted, no other lady ever could match up to Mimazine.
What could the children...
Let me double check her name. You should hear her history. What was I say? It's like, why is my... Anyway, details. List of item. Mizuki. There we go. You can never catch up to Mizuki. Yeah, she literally just
Never mind.
outright
I
said
can
it.
do as...
Granted, I think it's on site with a lot of people. It's gonna be on site with Citlali, Ayaka, and now Farina because of what Mizuki did. If you don't understand the reference, basically what happened was that in Mizuki, when at the end of the quest, of our specific event quest, was that we were sitting under a tree in the moonlight, and in romantic simplistic terms, basically she said that she loves the Traveler. Like, she outright confessed her feelings for the Traveler. And it's gonna be a running joke because Ayaka really loves the Traveler. Citlali loves the male Traveler. And now Farina. Yeah, it'll be fun times. Oh shit. Oh, one. Anyway, yeah. Upgraded XP. Let's. That one. And now let's start again. Try again, because I messed that one up. Let's see, they might jump. Okay. Third time's the charm. Sometimes fourth time. I'm upset. I want to try and get all the coins. I could literally do that. Rather leave just the one. The turning is still abysmal in this game.
Huh?
How many wishes do I'm about 7. Yeah, I need that. We can get some. Nope. Only enough for one. I think we only had the one left. Alright. Mission 3 hours.
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
Okay. So with that being said, I think it's best to leave it here. We did complete a lot of the event. We actually completed all of it. Now we just gotta complete the story. And then after we complete the story, we then just gotta do this. This. And that's it. But for now, cheers.